Hey, good morning, y'all. What's going on? It's Saturday, right? Duty day, duty blues, but I'm still grateful and I acknowledge all of my blessings, you know what I'm saying, that come in and outside of uniform. One thing, just talking to a couple of friends and just sisters in Christ yesterday, and I was just expressing how it's so much pain. Like there's so much pain that's being suppressed in our lives, in our families, in our communities. Like there's like not just America, people. Like I'm not finna group you like you. There's so much pain that needs to be addressed in your life, in your family. Like look at yourself in the mirror, man. When the last time you did a check on your pain, on what you've been suppressing, on what you've been dealing with? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm a speaker and I'm a coach, but the biggest thing that I address first is the pain that you haven't dealt with. Because when we're not healed, when we haven't addressed, and when we haven't forgiven ourselves, when we go through so much, it's because we haven't dealt with that underlying problem, that pain point. We haven't dealt with that suppression point. We haven't told our mothers, our fathers how we really feel, how broken we are. Situations that we dealt with as children, as teenagers, growing up too fast, dealing with things like we just go through so much in our childhood that we don't address it. We continue to suppress it. We're great in our careers. We reach milestones. We do all these things in order to suppress. But it gets to a point where we break. It gets to a point where we give in. It gets to a point where we really have to face ourselves. But before we do that, we have to be in environments that are safe. We have to create those environments that make it okay to cry, that make it okay to go to therapy, to go to counseling. For so long, it was not okay to hurt. For so long, it was not okay to say I'm uncomfortable. For so long, and still we dealing with a generation where we're on the fence with, can I express myself without being triggered, without being, there's no retribution? Like, can I really express myself without being antagonized? Can I express myself without being like, woe is me? Like, can I really express myself and be authentic and transparent without facing repercussions? We have to create those environments as leaders, as mentors, coaches, speakers. I don't care. Community influencers. Is your community, is your household. Have you created a safe place? You know what I'm saying? For you to express yourself. When is the last time you dealt with your feelings? When is the last time you really dealt with your pain? You talked to the young man or the young lady that was 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 years old. When is the last time you really faced yourself, dealt with your pain? Close out everybody else. Close out what everybody else want and need from you. When the last time you addressed your pain, your triggers, your trauma, your hurt? When is the last time? I want you to think about that today. Like, what are some things that you haven't addressed within yourself that's stopping you from reaching your purpose, your destiny, operating your gift, doing what God asked for you to do? A lot of it comes from things that stem. I start asking those underlying questions all the time as it goes. Like, I'm going to ask a question after a question that gets me to the seed. Then I want to get to the seed planter. Who planted that seed? And work that way. Like, work backwards. You don't know how? Let me know. Trust me, I'll give you the spread out layout of how to do this the right way. But we have to address that pain. We have to figure out what is holding us back. We have to figure out where our triggers come from. We have to figure out why are we chasing acceptance? Why are we chasing wanting to feel love and be loved? Like, we got to get to the seed, y'all. We got to get to the bottom of it and really address it, because there's so much pain going on in the world and it's just piling up. People are sitting on castles of pain in their lives, and that's why they can't build. They can't rebuild. We got to tear that thing down and rebuild, start from scratch and do something different. But we have to do better at expressing ourselves. We have to do better at addressing our pain points. We have to do better at saying my feelings matter, my pain matters, my trauma is a concern. I haven't went to therapy, counseling. Not saying everybody need it, because it's not for everybody. But you have to put time into your feelings and emotions. Nobody gonna do it for you. We have to set aside the world and society and say, you know what? Hey, it's time for a chit chat. It's time for me to address some things I haven't addressed for in years. No matter who feelings it hurt, no matter who don't understand, no matter who misunderstands it, no matter who don't apologize and say sorry and accept it and really take ownership of it. Do it to release. Don't do it for a response. always, when you do something, when you commit to something, do it to release it from your life and yourself and your mind and to get your peace. Don't do it for a response, because you won't always get the response that you're looking for, okay? So I really hope that helps someone. Like, really, there's too much going on in the world for you to feel like I can't, or I'm emotionally overwhelmed, nobody understands, don't nobody hear me. It is okay. It's time for us to address the pain of this world, the pain of our community, the pain of our culture. It's too much pain out there that's stopping you from doing what it is you need to do. We got to get through that so we can rebuild and start over. So we can rebuild, and really, you want to talk about building an empire? We talk about legacies all day. I don't care what amount of money. I don't care how many properties you own. I don't care how many businesses you start. When you are miserable, when you are hurting, when you are in pain, when you have suicidal thoughts, there is no price tag on that. We have to address our mental awareness. We have to address our pain points. We need counseling and therapy sometimes. We need coaches. We need conferences. We need leadership. Like, mentorship goes beyond telling somebody what to do. It goes beyond delegating. What mental state are those around you in, your peers, subordinates, those that work for you? As a leader in the Navy, like, I care about my sailors' mental state, because guess what? If they are not in a good mental state, they can't give me 100%. You know, as a leader, as a mentor, I care about those who worry about my mental state. You know, it's not no just suck it up and do it. You can't create that environment where it's just work, 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 mission, mission, mission. What is your mental state? Where are you at? How are you addressing your environment, your community? We all have a piece of the pie. You got to take care of your piece of the pie. As a leader, as a mentor, as a person, I challenge you today to, what are those pain points in your life that you haven't addressed that's affecting your leadership style, your mentorship style, your business, your career, your gift, your purpose? Just doing what you need to do. What gets you angry? That anger that you've been dealing with all your life, saying this is just me. No, we need to address that. We need to address the seeds that's stopping our relationships, friendships, all those things, y'all. It's too many things we've been suppressing. In 2020, if it didn't make you sit and face yourself, I want you to sit and face yourself and challenge yourself to really address your feelings and emotions. And how can you come out on top? How can you come out? We go to work every single day. We lead great. We mentor great. And then we go home and we are a mess. It's time out for that. It's time out for that foolishness. And nobody going to heal you. Nobody going to come cope. You can't keep getting these fillers in your life. It's time to really address it, do something about it, and move past it. Because that's what we're doing going into 2021, y'all. I really hope y'all have a great weekend. Listen, if you need anything, reach out to me. If you want to know how do you get to the point, where do you start, where do I go next, how, what, when, whatever the case may be, reach out to me. I got you. I'll respond, and we'll get on the call, talk about it, and move forward. That's what we need to do. Sometimes you just need somebody in your circle that's going to pull it up out of you or push you through it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. So I wish y'all well this weekend. Stay motivated, stay inspired, and I'll talk to y'all soon, all right?